As I talked about in my last speech, large-scale animal agriculture is one of the greatest contributors to global greenhouse gas emissions. And as of 2019, the US Environmental Protection Agency stated that over the last 15 years, methane emissions from cattle has increased by 50%. Now, think about the next 15 years, or even the next 30 years. It is a fact that if the demand for meat continues, over the next 30 years, the industry is projected to double in size, which means double all of the negative effects that I've already talked about. However, there is one way that we have power over this industry, and that is our diet. Thus, you can see why it's crucial for us as the individuals to be aware of our meat consumption and to ultimately decrease it. Now I know what you're thinking. He's about to tell us to go vegan, and we're not going to do that because we don't want to. And I totally get that. Meat is something that most of us enjoy to eat. And for the sake of not being a hypocrite, I'll admit I am not a vegetarian. But that doesn't mean that I am completely cut off from this issue and that I don't admit that it's a problem. I have, over the last year, decreased the amount of meat that I eat, and I only eat certain meats in very controlled portions. And this is something that you can do as well. Now, I know some of you are also thinking that you are very separate from this issue and that it's just happening to animals, which you admit, sure, it's sad what's happening to these animals, but at the end of the day, they're just animals. Now, ignoring how cruel that statement is, it's also false. This industry is not just killing the animals, it's killing us as well. So the solution that I'm suggesting today is simply for you to eat less meat. Whether that's just taking certain meat out of your diet or only eating meat on certain days, or if you can commit to it, going full vegetarian, this all helps us move forward in enacting change. According to Dr. Marco Springman of Oxford University, in order for us to have any chance of keeping temperatures below the dangerous threshold, we need to drastically decrease our consumption of meat by around 80%. If we don't enact this change, the future is not bright for humanity. In an article called The Tour de Horizon, Nestle company officials stated that by their own research, the world could run out of available freshwater by 2050. And in it, they state that the greatest reason for this catastrophic event was a global demand for meat. This is because global animal agriculture uses 70 trillion gallons of water each year, and with continued climate change causing more frequent droughts as well as the spill-off of chemical pollutants into freshwater sources, you can see that this industry is destroying itself as well as the planet. And according to Joseph Purr of the Zoology Department at Oxford University, if you add it all together, to produce beef, we farm an area of landmass about the size of Canada, the United States, the whole of Central America, Venezuela, Colombia, and Ecuador combined. No other human action has changed the surface of our planet more than animal agriculture. And through its deforestation, pollution, and topsoil reduction, it's left a mark that's unfixable. And on top of that, as previously stated, this industry is projected to grow over the next 30 years. And if this happens, all the land that's left is going to be taken up. And we will be set on a course towards total environmental extinction with no effective way to stop it. Yet, to enact change right now, all you have to do is change your diet. So I encourage you to be more thoughtful of what meat you're eating and to eat just a little bit less of it, because I'm sure your future grandkids would appreciate it. Thank you.